Hello and welcome to Design Part A here at RISD, the Continuing Education Program. My name is Daniel Anguiano. I will be the instructor for this course. I look forward to really working with everyone. I really enjoy teaching. This course is really in combination with Design Part B. So there's a process involved where we start with the basic elements of design and the principles of design, where we explore all of those. Those elements and principles are carried out throughout your entire creative career. They will always be part of the discussion, part of the critique, part of the evaluation and assessments that you will always do in a creative environment, no matter what you do. Photography, illustration, interior design, set design, anything. These basic principles and elements are always going to be a part of that discussion. A little bit about me. I am currently a professor of graphic design at a university in Texas. But prior to that, I got my undergraduate degree in actually 1985. So I was very fortunate that about the time that the digital environment was coming online, I had just gotten out of college. So I picked up on it right away. I saw the development of the digital era using the first design softwares as they came out. I used the first Illustrator when it came out, I think in 87 or 88, the first Photoshop in 90, and I've used all of the software packages since then. So I have a unique perspective on how this industry has changed over the years compared to what I studied, where everything was done by hand, and now everything is pretty much done digitally, almost digitally, not quite complete. So in 2014, I left the agency I was working with in Dallas to devote myself to teaching full time, but I still do quite a lot of freelancing. I still take work on the side, and I still teach a little bit for programs like RISD in my spare time. To contact me, here is my email. That's the preferred way to get a hold of me. I check my email regularly during the day. Also, I have my phone number here, so I may not answer or I may not get it because I am currently out of the country and will be for most of the class. So whether or not I receive a call is kind of up, but I may get text, and if you send me a text, make sure you identify yourself, tell me what class you're in. One of the best ways I think to contact each other would be GroupMe. I set up a GroupMe just for this class. The advantage of that is it's just a mobile app, so I can use it anywhere. I have my phone with me all the time. And whenever you post something in GroupMe, everybody gets the benefit of it. So if you have a question or you may need to make a comment or bring something up, if you post it in GroupMe, everybody gets to see it. They can ignore it or they can respond. And it's something that you can do amongst each other, which I will be able to see, or I think you can even send private messages to each other once everybody gets involved in the group. So I think GroupMe is a great way for all of us to communicate, because we may not have access to discussion forums getting on our computers to log into the class and everything else. So GroupMe can be done very easily just by accessing our phones, and of course it'll be a private group that we'll only share amongst ourselves. I have some basic announcements here for everybody. I have a welcome announcement with some information on it. I have an online learning etiquette where I talk about how we best deal with each other in an online environment in terms of respect and formal discussions and critiques. I also have a critique guideline that I think you should take a look at. The critique guideline is important because when we do critiques on a weekly basis, it's important that we do substantial critiques, not just, I really liked your design. I thought the colors are really great. You did a good job. That's really not going to do it. You need to get in the habit of discussing work both critically and complimentary. So knowing how to handle that effectively is going to take you a long way, because in this industry, there will always be opinions about how the work is done and how it should be done. And being able to straddle that language to be effective with critiques is going to be very helpful for you in your careers. Let me move on to the modules. Every week there will be module information. Oh, before I go to the module, let's talk about the welcome discussion. I have a welcome discussion posted. Oh, it's locked at the time. But the welcome discussion is available for you to introduce yourselves to each other, I have the initial post that's in there. Introduce yourselves to each other. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Share any visual information that you want to. If you have pet pics or anything like that, that's fine. Tell us how you prefer to be called and all of that. There are class resources that are available. This will always be available, and I will always add to it. There's support information that's relative to Canvas. And there's the Q&A discussion board. This can be used in lieu of the GroupMe chat. You can post things here in the Q&A discussion board, and that discussion board will be available to anybody. You can post things to each other or openly, and since it's an open forum, anybody can respond. So if you post a question and another student feels that they can answer it, that's fine. I will monitor that discussion board and I'll participate in it as needed. So with Module 1, we will start with the elements of design. If we were to open this first page up, I have module content here, and there actually are two lecture links that you can view. They will open up a YouTube video. One talks about the elements of design, the other talks about the principles of design. And of course, I've got this nice graphic, which I think is relevant for that as well. Also, as we get into Module 1, there is a to-do list that will be on every module. The to-do list is going to be consistent, and I want to stress this because one thing that's significant about working online, everybody has jobs, they have responsibilities to their families and anything else they're involved with. So there will be a consistent schedule for everything that's done in this course. Usually everything will open up after Unit 1, after Module 1, everything will open up on Sundays. But there will always be a video introduction like the one I'm doing now. You will always be able to look at any lecture presentations or resource material that will be available in either the reading resource material, or if there's, sometimes I'll put videos right within the assignments if they pertain particularly to that. Every Wednesday, you will have a discussion assignment that is due. So there will be a discussion question or a topic posted, and you will need to respond to that by Wednesday, if not sooner. And by Friday, you need to follow up to at least 2 students in that discussion forum. On every Saturday, an assignment will be due, a weekly module assignment or project that will always be due by Saturday. And then you will also post that in what I call the critique discussion. And the critique discussion will be on Sunday, and that's where you give feedback to each other. The following module will open up on Sunday so that you'll be able to see what the next module has in store and plan your week accordingly based on that. So just keep in mind, you will always have something due Wednesday, which is the initial post in the discussion forum. At least you'll have something due by Friday, which is responses to other students in the discussion forum. Saturday will be the assignment, and Sunday will be the critique. That will be consistent every week in this course so that you can pattern your life and get everything set up for your personal life schedule as well as your school schedule. The Module 1 discussion is posted here. In this, you're going to read this article that's listed, and you're going to do a response to the article reflecting on what the discussion is, the topic is about in the readings. Your initial response should be 75 to 200 words reflecting on the topic. Again, the guidelines are posted here. It's going to be due by Wednesday by 11:59, and then your responses are due by Friday. Any discussions posted late will not receive credit. The reason I say that is because discussions are timely. It's kind of like everybody's at a party right now, and from Monday through Wednesday, even up to Friday, everybody's at the same party. And then once the party's over, everybody's left and gone home. So if you're posting on Saturday or Sunday in the discussion forum, there's no point because nobody's there. Nobody's there to read it. Nobody's there to respond to it because everything should be done before then. So no credit will be given for late discussions. Everything is always going to be graded based on a rubric. And again, there's always going to be technical support information here. Getting back to the next part of Module 1, that's the Module 1 assignment. I go into an explanation as to what we'll be doing, a study of visual elements and design principles. There's a downloadable worksheet that you can download and draw on. You'll have these 6 by 6 inch squares, and you'll be doing everything by pencil. And I also have samples, which is I think is significant with all of these. Here's a downloadable worksheet. Here's the samples of work that's been done, kind of addressing what the projects are about. So you'll be doing things basically with lines and dots as part of it, as well as shapes, to create these compositions where you explore the basic design elements and basic design principles. The assignments, let me move back, are always going to be uploaded. You can scan them, you can photograph them, but what you'll do is you'll always make PDFs, and there will be a resource there on how to make PDFs from JPEGs. So you can make a single PDF, even though you may have 10 pages. You can combine them and make a single PDF for upload. And then, as well as uploading it for the Saturday deadline, you want to upload it into the discussion critique forum for Sunday, so that your other students can see your work and give you feedback. That will be consistent on every week as to how things are done. And then we'll always have a wrap up at the end of the unit where I talk about what we just covered and what we will continue to cover. I also suggest that you go over the syllabus. This has all the information that I've kind of discussed already in terms of contacting me, of course, the course goals, the learning objectives, the organization of the class. There's a supply list of all the information that we'll need for this course. We will not be doing anything in this course digitally other than scanning and posting PDFs. Everything else will be done with pencils or markers, or your sketchbooks or your Bristol board. So participation is a big part of this. So again, there's a grading structure. All this information is here for you to review as you prepare for the class. So I'm looking forward to working with everybody in this course. I think it's going to be a fun course over the next 6 weeks. It's going to be busy, so you need to stay engaged. You need to get involved. Don't let things lapse, because if you get behind, it affects not only your grade, but it also affects your participation, because we're going to rely on each other quite a bit to do that kind of communication with each other. Okay, I look forward to seeing you.